Oda finally reveals Elbaf's main villain. The Elbaf arc of One Piece began quite a while ago, and it is safe to say that the adventure part of this arc has been absolutely top-notch. In fact, Oda took his time exploring Elbaf, such that it might just be the best stretch of adventure chapters in the post-time skip of One Piece. To many fans, this part of the arc felt similar to the pre-time skip of the series, which many fans claim they miss due to it being more lighthearted and more focused being thrown by Oda on the adventure part. The fact that fans felt similar energy at the beginning of the arc is proof that Oda certainly took extra care with writing these chapters. But, while it is great that Elbaf has given fans interesting adventurous chapters, what was missing from this arc up until now was a clear and obvious threat. Most arcs in One Piece have a clear-cut threat right from the beginning. For instance, when One Piece began the Arabasta arc, fans knew that Mr. Zero or Crocodile, the leader of the Baroque works, was going to be the enemy right from the get-go. Skypiea introduced fans to God Enel as an enemy right at the beginning, and in the Water 7 arc, the CP9 made a very early introduction as well. Similarly, in the post-time skip, fans knew the new Fishman pirates were going to be troublesome in the Fishman Island arc, and then, Caesar and his group were established as main villains in the Punk Hazard Act. In the case of Dressrosa, fans knew long before the Straw Hats even stepped foot on the island that Doflamingo was the main enemy, and the same can be said for Kaido as well. Clearly, most arcs in One Piece have their antagonists introduced very early, but, for some reason, Elbaf has been different. The Straw Hats have been exploring this island for quite a while now, yet, there is no clear-cut threat here. So far, things appear to be smooth sailing for the crew, which means that, in a way, there is no tension here in the arc at this point in time. However, if one were to hold on to that, they would be mistaken. It was inevitable for fans to get an antagonist for Elbaf sooner rather than later, and now, it appears that that antagonist has finally shown up. Oda finally shows Elbaf's villains. At the beginning of Elbaf, many fans predicted Loki to be the main villain. After all, Loki was known to be the accursed prince of Elbaf and the shame of the country. He was also said to be the sun god who can go on to destroy the world, and this was something that fans took notice of. However, upon getting a measure of Loki, and having seen him interact with Luffy, it was clear to see that this character wasn't written like an antagonist. Of course, Loki is still a very rash individual who can even kill, but he isn't the main antagonist of the arc, and he certainly isn't even a villain in the grand scheme of things. This is where things started getting even more confusing because fans knew that there had to be a major threat. One Piece Chapter 1134 saw to it that this major threat was introduced to the fans finally, and it came at the very end of the chapter. On the last page of One Piece Chapter 1134, fans saw a massive summoning circle on the second level of Elbaf, right in Elbaf Village. Out of the summoning circle, fans saw two characters emerge. One of them is a shocking individual who fans first saw in One Piece Chapter 907. This character looks exactly like Shanks and is likely his twin brother. The other character also seems to have quite an interesting design, but fans do not know much about her at this point in time. Clearly, these are the two main antagonists of the Elbaf arc, at least for now. They are the invaders and they have some sort of business on the island. As to what exactly it is going to be, fans need to wait and see. The role of the two invaders in Elbaf. It is clear that Shanks's twin brother is now on Elbaf, along with another intriguing individual. Fans would do well to assume that they are a member of the God's Knights and were sent there by Mu, or a member of the Five Elders. As to what their role on the island is, it remains to be seen. For one, fans cannot expect these individuals to wage all-out war on Elbaf alone. Strong as they are, they stand absolutely no chance against a whole country with a Yonko, which means that the reason why they are here is somewhat unique. Perhaps, they are there to warn Elbaf and lay the groundwork for an impending and disastrous war that is to follow. This would make sense because it would essentially put a ticking time bomb on Elbaf, and give the Straw Hat Pirates time to prepare for what is to come. On the other hand, it is also possible that they will simply be attacking the country of Elbaf, and lay ruin to the village while the Straw Hat Pirates are away. That would also set up a very exciting confrontation between Luffy and these two individuals, one of whom looks like Shanks, and fans would absolutely rejoice at seeing this battle. Regardless of which way things go, fans know that Elbaf's big villain has now been confirmed, and it is only a matter of time before they start revealing their strengths, and excite the fans even more.